I did a mistake. I just saw that. I put it the Prince of Discs, and this is actually the card that came out for me today, but I wanted to put the Eon from Crowley's deck. What a stupid mistake. Just a second, I will just find this card, because in Crowley's deck we really can see this Eon, this change, the birth of a new child, the birth of this new era, the birth of this new era. You see, every time that I'm sitting to make videos, there is some noise. There is airplanes flying, there is workers always doing noise. Also notice that the Crowley's deck is like to playing games with me. I noticed that. It's like a trickster deck. So this is the Eon. So let's talk about the Judgment card. Let's talk about the 2020 year. As we can see, there are so many changes happening in our lives, especially with the stupid coronavirus, especially that it's hitting very hard on old people. We can see the old is dying and the new is coming to life. It's not really a card of transformation, like a fast transformation, like in the death card. This is really an evolution. This is a stage that changes are happening, but we are getting rid of our old ways. We are getting rid of our old ways of life that we used to. Like we had some particular life, and now we have a different life completely. We cannot go freely to, shopping centers. We all need to wear masks. It is happening like a long time already. It's not like 2 days, a week, or 2 weeks. And we don't know when it's going to end. So the year 2020 really actually brought to us this judgment. Not judgment in a Christian way of judging people. This is not the theme of this year. This is basically an evolutionary process. We are going to high technology. We are going to a change. And you know what? I even noticed that all of the young generation, all of the young people, they are really ahead of us. And the world is really, really changed. For instance, you don't really need to have some profession today. What I have observed with the young generations, you can go to social media, you can do TikTok videos, you can make pictures of yourself and put that on Instagram, and suddenly you are a public figure. Suddenly you are a person that everyone is worshiping. Like, you don't really need to have talent, you don't really need to have some profession, some decent profession. You're just going online and getting popularity. This is a whole different way of living. A whole different way. If, for instance, some people really need to work hard for something that they're doing and they're putting effort, or they're having some talent. It's like we don't really need that anymore. We don't see that anymore. The world has changed, seriously. With the social media popularity, I'm not trying to say that social media is a negative thing, not at all, because it's actually giving you opportunities to get yourself out there in the world, to even market yourself, market your own profession. And those people who are trying to market actually their own profession, it's more difficult for them than those kids. Like, they're going to social media and they're automatically getting famous, and they have this recognition, where when if you think about this in terms of a sober mind, like, who is that person, why he is popular, what talent does he have, does he have any skills? Like, this is a new way of life, a totally different way of life. If in the past you really had to have some skills, some knowledge, like today it's not even matter. You can actually go on social media, take pictures of your ass, and you're a public figure automatically. I'm not trying to sound like I'm bitter or something like that, but this is life. This is actually what is happening. And this is the birth of a new child. This is the birth of something new. The birth of a new eon. The old is going away. The old ways of life are going away. It's like the Judgment card is also saying that you have to follow it. Like, there is nothing that you can actually do. You need to follow, this angel. You need to follow his trumpet. You need to wake up to the new world, to the new life. And there is nothing that you can do about it. And you have to transform yourself, to adapt yourself to this new generation, to this new world, to the new rules. And this is what is actually happening. And I felt that on myself. I'm feeling that on myself. Like, I'm a 33 years old person. I don't really care about all of that social media. I honestly don't like it. I like YouTube, of course, but I don't like Instagram and all of this mess. But I found out that I had to hustle on Instagram. Like, I really need to take pictures of cards, of basically what I'm doing, of my profession, because I want to gain customers, because I need to basically increase my business. So I have to adapt. You see, I have to follow the trumpet sound. I have to wake up to these ways of life. Like, I have to do it. I have to adapt. Like, it's bringing us new stage, new status in our lives. We were in one position, but now we have to wake up in some way. We have to adapt. We have to deal with that, with this new stage, with this new era. And it does not matter whether we like it, whether we don't like it. We just have to adapt. And this is exactly what is happening in this year, especially the 2020. Like, this is a double Judgment card, double eon. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I just feel that I'm behind. I feel like the dead people, like I'm ancient, like that I don't want to adapt, that it's maybe difficult for me to adapt. I feel that I'm ancient in some ways. Although, I'm not that really old, but still, like, the world is changing so fast, with all of the technology that we have. Everything is changing very fast. So what are your thoughts? In what area of your life you actually felt that? In what area of your life you also felt that you're behind in life and you have to adapt to that new eon, to that new era? For me personally, it was in the social media sphere, because I really hate that. It's not that I hate that. I know the good things that it have, but it's like it lost its real essence. It's lost its, genuine, maybe, meaning. It just became, a diarrhea of Me, I'm putting myself out there. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at my face, look at myself. I don't know. It's became like too overwhelming, too much for me. I don't find any like spiritual meaning in that. I don't find any meaning in that other than, of course, marketing your own business, which is a very good thing. But even for me, why I'm saying, like, I don't want to always like put pictures of myself or put pictures of cards on Instagram. And here where I felt that like you need to do that, like I have to adapt, I have to do that, I have to take pictures, because somehow this Instagram is so controlling people's life. And it seems like if you don't have any followers, it seems like you're not legit, like you're not verified, like you're not good in what you're doing. You see, this is so confusing, so stupid, and we just have to adapt. Again, it's not that it's really difficult, to take some photos and upload them, but I feel that it's losing its magic. I feel that it's losing its, I don't know, some genuine meaning. So anyways, I'm rambling about that social media. What else we have here in the Judgment? The Judgment is a card of connection between the old and the new. For me, this is a card of archaeology also. Of, when you're finding some artifact, some ancient artifact, it's becoming alive. And it has this connection with the ancient and the new. So this is very interesting. In my personal readings, it came out as a card of ancient themes. It came out as generation, of course. It can be your parents, your grandparents, your ancestors. But there is like a direct link between what is happening right now and what happened in the past, in some maybe ancient times with your ancestors. There is direct link. But this is a card of really new stage of life. And you have to adapt, because they were dead. They were in a different status. They basically were in graves, and now suddenly they have to wake up. This guidance, this higher guidance, is playing this trumpet, this music, this loud noise, and they have to follow it. They have to transform. I really need to get a bigger thought tarot. I have only the small deck, but I want to purchase the bigger version. So basically that's it. This is the year of 2020. We're going to, maybe also, we're going to feel that we were sleeping a lot of years, and now we're going to wake up to a different situation, to a different life situations. Like we're going to wake up. We're going to have new experience, new status, new rules and regulations that we need to adapt to. And it seems like something major out of this world is happening, because still it's not a card, of the emperor, of the high priest. It's not a card of some human structure. This is something that is happening from divine force. It's something that is happening from above. So it can be that this change is something divine, something from out of this world. It seems like there are bigger things that are happening behind the scenes that we are not aware of, that we don't know about. And it's really, really interesting. Also, in a personal way, I think like every person have his own guardian angel in a way, or a guardian force, divine force. And it's like this force is going to wake you up, and you're going to follow its music. You're going to follow your divine energy that is guiding you. Maybe also there will be like some interesting archaeological finds this year. maybe somewhere there will be something interesting that will be found, especially here in Israel where I live. There are many like archaeological sites and archaeological artifacts that are found sometimes, just by mistake. So this is very interesting, and overall it's not a card about judgment or judging someone. This is totally a Christian motif. It's not something that I'm using. So we are seeing the old is dying, the old ways are dying, and we are going to a new era. So thank you for watching. Please write in the comments in what area of your life you actually experienced that judgment card, where you felt asleep or behind or ancient and you have to adapt. So thank you for watching and see you in my next videos.